Indeed, a party divided among itself shall never stand. Coming up. Well, in one of my recent videos, I did warn MK members to say, the problem within MK, guys, is not Floyd Shivambu, as many MK members and some leaders wanted us to believe. But the problem within the MK party is Jacob Zuma and some people surrounding him who always whisper all the rot and deception in his ears. And I mentioned people like Nhlamulo Ndhlela. I mentioned people like Duduzile Zuma. I mentioned people like Keshelezi and, of course, Mary Party and so on and so forth. And I said, guys, how will you know that the problem is not Floyd? This is how you're going to know. Floyd currently, guys, is as good as gone. That's exactly what I said. And I said, if you MK people think that the moment Floyd leaves MK ultimately, if you think that after he left, the problems within the MK will cease to exist, then you are fooling yourself. Because when Floyd is gone, anyway, Floyd's dignity is on the floor right now. Floyd's name is on the floor. He has got nothing to lose, okay? He knows that himself. But if you think that when Floyd is gone, that will be the end of the problems within the MK, then you are fooling yourself. And I said, what's going to happen? The moment Floyd is gone, the MK, those guys who are surrounding Zuma, will start turning on each other. And you guys will start eating each other for lunch. And it's already happening. Before even Floyd gone, then Zuma turned against Mary Party. Just when we were so shocked about Mary Party, guess what? Jacob Zuma turned against Judge Hlophe. To a point where currently Judge Hlophe has wrote a very, very steamy letter to Jacob Zuma, warning him about Nhlamulo Ndhlela and Duduzile Zuma's behavior, especially within the parliament. Exact people Floyd Shivambu has been complaining about.
There's never been a time where he directly came to me to say that I am going to overthrow him. But the report which was presented in the officials, the meeting of officials that took that decision, that report came with him and it was given to him by the people I refer to as scoundrels.
Do you know who they are, by the way? I'm just curious.
It's different people there. That includes an imbecile, a fool called Nhlamulo Ndhlela, one of the foolish leaders of Umkhonto who unfortunately represents the people there. He's always on drugs and always high on alcohol in terms of how he deals with issues. That is what we're dealing with every day. And he will even take pride that he is going to tell lies to President Zuma about him. And of course, he will use the otherwise very gullible and directionless daughter of President Zuma, who of course has got first front row access to President Zuma by virtue of being the daughter. So that is basically what we're dealing with. And of course, Nhlamulo was working with this
druggie on social media?
I didn't say that. I didn't say she's a druggie. I said there are people who take drugs, which is true, and insult me on social media at night, and which is a fact.
I'm going to read you some of those letters, guys, so that you don't think that I am lying. So there are two letters. It's a letter that Judge Hlophe wrote to Zuma, warning him about these two. And another letter is the letter from Judge Dr. Hlophe to Nhlamulo Ndhlela. Shocking, shocking, shocking. Listen to this. Now, guys, a letter from Dr. John Hlophe to Jacob Zuma reporting these two delinquents, Duduzile Zuma and Nhlamulo Ndhlela, reads thus. The subject line, urgent update on parliamentary challenges and leadership concerns. Dear President Zuma, I trust this correspondence finds you well. I am writing to provide an urgent update on several critical matters transpiring within the parliamentary caucus of the MK party. These issues have significant implications for the unity, operational efficiency, and public image of our organization. Number 1, disruptive and divisive behavior by commanders Zuma-Sambudla and Ndlela. Exactly. Now, you MK members, you remember very well that when I told you that Floyd hadn't done anything, you said Floyd was dividing the party. Who is dividing? Who has always been dividing the party now? Because if you look at this, Floyd was hated by these guys and some MK members. Early, the moment he arrived in the MK, he was already hated. So when did he divide the party? When did he get a chance to do that? Because he was just arriving. The guy was hated the moment he set his foot in the MK. So how was he dividing the party? Let's move on. That's number 1. Then he breaks it down to say, on the 25th June 2025, during a whippery meeting, there is a chief whip meeting, guys, as you know that MK chief whip is Colin Makubele. Well, it was her meeting, and of course, she was the one running the meeting. Now, on the 25th June 2025, during a whippery meeting, Commanders Duduzile Zuma-Sambudla and Nhlamulo Ndhlela engaged in disruptive and divisive behavior that undermined the authority of the party leader and the chief whip. Despite being formally informed of his removal from the whippery team on the 23rd June 2025, Commander Ndlela attended the meeting and feigned ignorance of the decision. He proceeded to insult the chief whip, which is Colin Makubele, claiming she required a political education and that her decision to remove him was invalid unless sanctioned by top management structure. Wow, this guy. Commander Ndlela has consistently insulted the chief whip, in some instance labeling her a political novice and newcomer to the political landscape. Yo, wow. Anyway, let's continue. Then it continues to say, this tirade was not only disrespectful, but also a direct attack on the authority of the chief whip and the party leader, as the removal letter bore my signature as party leader. Commander Ndlela's behavior escalated further during the meeting as he continued to undermine the chief whip's authority and insisted on raising the matter during the caucus meeting later in the morning, despite members agreeing that the issue should be discussed privately. This guy. His actions reflect a deliberate attempt to usurp the authority of the chief whip and disrupt the unity of the caucus. Oh my goodness. So the term usurp, they mean that the guy took over the meeting by force. He took over the meeting, the chief whip meeting by force. Oh my goodness. Now, the commander Zuma-Sambudla further made worse the situation by interrupting proceedings, creating unnecessary chaos and disregarding the repeated cautions to wait her turn. Her behavior forced me, Hlophe, to intervene and chair the meeting. And while I was speaking, Commander Zuma-Sambudla interrupted me repeatedly, displaying unruly behavior that required reprimanding. Oh my God. Wow. She noisily rose from her seat, grabbed her belongings, and exclaimed, "Are we done?" Oh my goodness. Drama. This woman, she grabbed her bag and just asked, "Are we done here?" Oh my goodness. Let me read that again. She noisily rose from her seat, grabbed her belongings and exclaimed, "Are we done here?" before sitting down when she realized no one followed her. Thank God for that. The behavior of both members was despicable and does not reflect the ethos that the MK party seeks to portray to its constituents. Their actions contravene the principles of Ubuntu, unity in action, and respect as outlined in the MK party constitution and Disciplinary Code of Conduct. To provide further context, I have attached the letter or the letters sent to Commander Ndlela and Commander Zuma-Sambudla as annexures to this correspondence. That means each one of them were sent a letter. Annexure A, of course, sent to Ndlela, Annexure B sent to Duduzile Zuma, and those letters were attached here as Annexure A and Annexure B. My goodness, guys. Yeah. Well, number 2, procedural failures in employment terminations. Well, I'm not going to read that, guys, because it doesn't talk about Ndlela and Duduzile, so it's just some issues that John Hlophe rose under the very same letter. Wow. So my MK people, you dismiss professionals, you dismiss Floyd Shibambu, and now you dismiss Dr. John Hlophe. All these guys are professionals. All these guys are here to push the party, to take this party into another level. But you dismiss them for whatever reason, or for the reason you only know, because you want to be led by leaders like Nhlamulo Ndhlela, leaders like this one.
Touch this. Touch this. Touch this.
Seriously? Seriously, MK? Wow. And you want 2/3 majority? You want to win elections? So guys, don't forget that Nhlamulo Ndhlela and Duduzile Sambudla Zuma were dismissed from the chief whip team, the Makubela team, call it Makubela team. They were dismissed from that team because of their behavior, all right? But they didn't want to go, they remained. Hence, they are continuing with their gross misconduct and, of course, arrogance and undermining of the chief whip, which is Colin Makubela. Now, let me read one of the letters that was addressed to them, especially this one here was addressed to Nhlamulo Ndhlela by John Hlophe. So it's John Hlophe who dismissed them both. Don't forget that. Now, this letter now is from John Hlophe to Commander Nhlamulo Ndhlela when he was being dismissed from the chief whip team. Okay, it reads thus. Dear Commander Ndhlela, I'm writing to formally inform you in my capacity as a party leader and deputy president of the MK party of the decision to remove you from the whippery team in parliament effective immediately. This decision has been made after thorough consultation and careful consideration of the operational challenges and the conduct issues that have been brought to my attention as outlined below. As party leader, I am entrusted with upholding the principles and values of MK party, including Ubuntu, unity in action, honesty, and respect. Unfortunately, your actions has been found to be inconsistent with these principles and have hindered the progress and the unity of the parliamentary whippery and communications team. Reasons for removal. Number 1, disrespectful communication. Oh, wow. Repeated instances of rude and arrogant and dismissive communications towards parliamentary members. Yeah, I agree. Nhlamulo Ndhlela is very, very, very arrogant, and I believe this. Very, very arrogant and very disrespectful. Repeated instances of rude arrogance and dismissive communication towards parliamentary members, including senior leadership, have been noted. Such behavior undermines the dignity and collaborative spirit required within their whippery team. Wow. Okay, number 2, obstruction of parliamentary communications. Wow, my goodness. Your active obstruction of the communications teams in assisting parliamentary members with media engagement, press briefings, and publishing statements has caused delays and negatively impacted the party's public image. My goodness. Undermining unity and collaboration. That's number 3. Your actions have created a division among parliamentary members and have been perceived as factional. Factional, right? Not Floyd, but this guy. Factional, counterproductive, and contrary to the party's principles of unity and collective action. All along, you guys have been saying Floyd is divisive. Who's divisive now? These actions contravene the MK Party Constitution and Disciplinary Code of Conduct, specifically Section 3, Bracket 1, offences such as undermining organisational unity, engaging in factional activities, and using insulting language. Section 11, bracket 1 also says violation of the Disciplinary Code of Conduct, including disrespect, obstruction, and divisive behaviour. And the next step, your removal from whippery team is intended to restore unity, efficiency, and progress within the parliamentary caucus. I encourage you to reflect on the principles and values of the MK Party and to align your conduct with expectations of the organization. Should you wish to appeal this decision, you may do so in accordance with the provisions outlined in the MK Party Constitution and Disciplinary Code of Conduct. Appeal must be lodged within the 21 days of this notice. I trust that this decision will contribute to the betterment of the parliamentary caucus and the MK Party as a whole. Please note that this decision is final and has been made with the full support of President and Chief Whip. Should you require further clarifications, you may contact my office directly. Yours sincerely, Dr. John Hlophe, MP, Party Leader and Deputy President. Wow. Where is Floyd now? Now, where is Floyd in all this? My MK, I'm asking you. Where is Floyd in all this? Ask yourself, do you think these guys started this behavior immediately when Floyd is no more an SG? Think about that. Don't forget again that Nhlamulo Ndhlela and Duduzile Zuma hated Floyd from the word go. The moment he set his foot within the MK, he was already hated by these two and more other people, of course, including you guys on the ground, without even knowing what is happening out there or who are the real culprits. So, my MK, ngiyanibuza futhi. Do you still believe that it was Floyd all along? Do you still believe that it was Floyd all along who's been dividing the party? So what are you going to do now? Are you going to hate on John Hlophe now? Are you going to dismiss John Hlophe now just because Zuma has thrown him under the bus? So are you going to also start saying, John Hlophe, we are lawyer. Hayi vele uJohn Hlophe uyaloya vele. Mina uJohn Hlophe ngiyambona uyaloya vele uyabonakala. uJohn Hlophe uyaloya. And I hear some of you, my MK, keep on saying that, the people who are leaving MK are the people who wanted positions. That's a lie. There is no such, guys. First of all, Floyd was recruited by Jacob Zuma. Malema confirmed that, and Dalimpofu confirmed that. Okay? When Floyd came there, the positions that Floyd got, he was given by Jacob Zuma. Jacob Zuma even wanted to give him a deputy president position, and Floyd refused. It's not Floyd who came to MK and demanded position. Come on now. Come on, guys. Really. But what did you do? You kept on accusing Floyd as if Floyd is the one who came and demanded positions, yet it's Msholozi who gave Floyd those positions. So to those of you who say people who are leaving MK are people who wanted position, are you trying to tell me that now the people, these hundreds that at least that I know, who are leaving MK, the ground forces that are leaving MK on daily basis, wanted positions? We have to wake up, guys, and smell the coffee. I don't know what to think, but Msholozi is messing this party up. Msholozi is messing this party up. Him and the people surrounding him. Msholozi is really messing this party up, guys. I'm very sorry. My heart is sore about MK party. My heart is very sore. I like this party very much. My heart is very sore of the decisions Msholozi is doing. What do you think? Let me hear your comment, of course, guys, at the bottom there, and tell me what you think. And of course, if you're coming for the first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.